Hi, I'm Tereza with PotomacBeads.eu and PotomacBeads.com, and today I am going to show you how to make this beaded bead, which I called Cubicon. These beaded beads can be used for earrings, for pendants. You can make a lot of them and make a necklace, which is my plan kinda, to make a rainbow necklace with all those beaded beads in different colors, if I have time. And I will use peeled stitch, which there will be of course some alterations, but basically you will use peeled stitch and learn how to combine all those different beads, and you do some little tricks. For these beaded beads you will need MiniDuo beads. For another color version I will use Magic Orchid color. We will also need 2 whole bars. I'll be using Emerald Sueded Gold color, this one. Then you will need RounDuos. Again I will choose Crystal Magic Orchid. Then some bling will be added with Faceted RounTrios. I will use white Lila Vega luster. Of course, Ava beads. I chose Pastel Bordeaux color for these color combinations. And I can't forget seed beads. We will use Miyuki 15-0s. And the color I chose is Duracoat Galvanized Light Smoky Pewter. This one. And inside of this bead there is a 12mm acrylic bead, which is transparent. You can't probably see it there. There's also reason for this thread I have here, because the transparent acrylic bead is a bit moving inside, so when I am about to finish this bead I usually choose to add this piece of thread, so I know when I am finalizing my project, like the earrings or necklace, then I have the thread. I will just cut it and take it out and find the hole easily. So that, of course, I'll be using Wildfire. I chose the green color, and of course the size is 0.15mm. I will use size 10 needle. I will need just one for this project, and I have my pliers ready to thread the needle easily, and my thread zap to cut off the thread. If you want to be along with me, go to the description box below the video, where you can find all the links to these materials. You can go to PotomacBeads.com to shop in the US, or PotomacBeads.eu to find these supplies in Europe. I have my thread and needle ready. I cut a 1 meter long piece of thread. I threaded it to my needle, and now I am ready to start. We will start here at the top and go to the other side. So you will easily start here and work up your way up to here. So we will start with 4 MiniDuo beads. So thread 4 MiniDuos. As usual, don't forget to check the holes of your beads before you thread them. When you find out later that some of the holes can't be used, then it's usually late. So I have my 4 MiniDuo ready. I slide them down to the end and make a circle. Just using simple knot. Do at least 2 or 3 knots and pull tight. That's the third one. Nice. Now go with your needle to one of the lower holes of the MiniDuo, which is next to the knot. And now to the upper hole of the same MiniDuo, and we are ready to add more beads. In this step I'll be adding my avas together with seed beads. So I will check if the holes are okay. Yes, they are. So pick one 15-0, one ava, and another 15-0, and go to the next MiniDuo. And repeat this 3 more times. So again, one seed bead, one ava, one seed bead, and to the next MiniDuo. And 2 more times. Next we will be adding 2 whole bars, but first we need to get to the right place. So this is where I ended in the MiniDuo, and to get to the right place it's a payout stitch, so of course we will need to go through the first beads we added, which is the seed bead, the first ava, and another seed bead to get to the next layer, to the next row. That's the general rule of circular payout. And now we are ready. So pick 2 whole bar and go through the seed bead, ava, and the seed bead again. And pull tight. Don't forget to pull, because we are working with rather large beads, so we need to pull a lot. Now it's time to add second 2 whole bar. So again, go through the seed bead, the ava, and the second seed bead. And do this 2 more times. I'm ready to go to the next row. I have finished here. I will have to go through the bar, and now to the upper hole of the same 2 whole bar bead, and we will be adding seed beads and faceted round trios. So don't forget to check the holes again. We will need all 3 of them, of course. Yes, this one is a bit stuck. I usually just use my needle to get the piece of glass inside, then out, and I'm ready. So next to the 2 whole bar I will always add 1 seed bead and go to the ava bead. Then I will add faceted round trio, and I am going through the first hole, and then to the Eva bead. Again, I'm adding one seed bead and I'm going to the 2-hole bar. Another seed bead and 2 Eva. Again, another faceted RounTrio. And to the Eva. And 2 more times. Again, I am ready for the next row. This is where I finished. Don't forget to pull, because now you can already see that the beaded bead is closing, and we will work now with RounDuos and adding embellishments to the faceted RounTrios, which means I will go through the seed bead and the first arm of Eva bead and the hole we already used for the faceted RounTrios. Then I will move my needle a bit up to the middle hole of the RounTrio and go through the other side like this. Now I will pick 10 seed beads. 5, 5. I have 10 ready, and I will go over the faceted RounTrio to the same hole, and I have created a little embellishment around the faceted RounTrio. Now I will go down again through the hole we already used twice, through the first one, like this, pull tight, and then of course to the Eva bead. Be gentle. Eva beads are thin and fragile but beautiful beads. We don't want to harm them. And here we are in the right spot to add our first RounDuo. So I am picking one, going through the Eva and through the lower hole we already used of the faceted RounTrio. Now I will add again the embellishment, so I will move my needle to the second hole, to the middle one. I will pick 10 seed beads. Then go over the bead to the same hole in the center, in the middle, pull, and I will go down again to the first hole we used already and to the Eva bead. I can see it like this if I move the embellishment and pull. And again I will add another RounDuo. Yes, finally, and go again through the Eva and the RounTrio. Now add the embellishment and do it 2 more times. I'm in the stage of adding my last RounDuo, and then I went through the Eva, through the first hole of the faceted RounTrio, And now through the first hole of the first RounDuo we add it and pull tight. Now I will go back to the upper hole of the RounDuo and I will start adding avas again. So now we are actually working in the like mirror way of the stuff we just did. So again I am picking ava, going through the first hole, or actually this one is a little prettier, first hole, and now I will use the hole of the faceted RounTrio that we haven't used yet, so the last one, and through the last hole or the second hole of ava. And pull. Now I will go through the upper hole of the RounDuo, and now it's time for the second ava. So this can move the embellishment a bit down, go through the last hole of the RounTrio, and the second hole of ava, and through the RounDuo again. And now you have to do this 2 more times. I have added my last ava. Now it's time to actually insert this beaded bead. The hole will be moving a bit, you know, like this. But now actually it's not the time yet to fasten it with the piece of thread. We will have to find it when we are finished and then put the thread through the beaded bead. But there's still time. I have finished and my thread is going out of the RounDuo. And I will now be adding in this row these 2 seed beads and the 2-hole bar. But first I need to get to the place where I can do it. So I will again go through the ava one more time, through the upper hole of the faceted RounTrio and through the ava again. Now 1 seed bead, 1 2-hole bar and 1 seed bead again, and go through the next ava. I'm still pulling, so the beaded bead has nice symmetrical shape. Again go through the faceted RounTrio and the second hole of this ava bead. Again 1 seed bead, 1 2-hole bar, 1 seed bead, and to the ava again, and pull, and do this 2 more times. My thread is now going out from the last ava. Now I want to go through I want to reach the upper hole of this 2-hole bar, so I will go through the first seed bead, the lower hole of the 2-hole bar, and back to the upper hole. Now I will be adding the seed beads between 2-hole bar and the avas. So I have picked one seed bead, I'm going to the ava, another seed bead to the 2-hole bar, another seed bead and to ava, and this is quick, so I will finish it. You can also adjust the bead inside so the hole is in line. And the last one. And this row is finished. Now we'll be adding the last 4 beads, which is again the MiniDuo beads. And we need to again get to the right place. So go through the beads we just added and the ava and the seed bead on the other side, and now it gets a bit tricky. Yes, and through this seed bead pick first MiniDuo and go again to the seed beads on the other side, the ava, and the first seed bead here. Again pick a MiniDuo and continue like this. I have managed finally. So we just need to tie a circle from these MiniDuo. So go to the lower hole of the MiniDuo, to the upper hole, and forget to adjust the acrylic bead inside so you can see through, and go through the upper holes of the MiniDuos. Will tie a knot, so I will go under a thread between those 2 MiniDuos. I will make a loop, go through the loop 2 times, and carefully, because this always happens, the circle opens up for me, so I will pull tight and carefully. Sorry for the fingers, but it's necessary. And now I will go through the beads to get away from the knot. Yes. Now the thread zap action. And you can use the piece of thread that left for actually securing the hole. So I will go maybe, only maybe. Yes, done it. So now I know where the hole of the acrylic bead is. Of course, when I'm using later this beaded bead for my projects, I will cut off this piece of thread. Yes. The last thing to do is hide somewhere this piece of thread, somewhere between the beads, away from the knot, and this beaded bead is done. I hope you have enjoyed learning new things while making this Cubicon beaded bead. Be sure to check the description box below the video for supplies, and you can get everything you need to make amazing jewelry from PotomacBeads.com and PotomacBeads.eu. Let us know in the comments how this video inspired you and give us a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and of course be sure to find us on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest and more. Thank you for watching.